Here's a question for you. What is the one thing you can do, doesn't cost you any money, that will help your potential clients hire you as an actor or a voice talent or a writer or whatever you do for your survival job and your performance job? What's the one thing you can do to help them do that? I'm in the process of doing that right now for one of the classes that I teach, and I'm going to share it with you in this episode of the VOHeroes podcast. One of the things you'll notice about companies that create software and hardware and products and courses and so on is a little side thing that harkens back to the days of the pamphlet that was included with a product on how to use the product, how to set it up, how to use it properly, warnings, don't plug it in when you're sitting in the bathtub, things like that. The one thing that you can do to help your clients use your services over somebody else's is some document or some video or maybe some audio that shows them how to use you as a resource, how to use your services, a how-to guide. And right now I'm in the process of creating a template, if you will, that my clients and students can modify to however they choose to present themselves, to be used right at that moment when a client is deciding whether or not they're going to use you, they're going to book you, they're going to consider you as part of their finalists, giving them the opportunity to understand how you work and best practices for taking advantage of what you offer. So basically, it's like a user guide for a potential client. And when you introduce that is a really interesting moment. When you audition for something, or when you're being told, hey, you're in the final mix, you're pinned. Now, this doesn't necessarily, work or is an option when you're working in a traditional casting process where a casting office is considering you. You don't need to send them a PDF file or a link to a video that shows them how to work with you. But as an example, for an audiobook narrator, it's really a great thing if you clue in a potential rights holder who may not have any experience at all in doing audiobook narration work or working with a narrator, how you work, what they can expect, what your charges are, when you expect payment, what you expect from them in terms of review of your work, deadlines, software or websites or places they can find further information, your email address, your phone number, ways to contact you, how to contact you, what they can and can't do in the review. They can't direct you, but they can correct you, right? Things like that, little things like that, that we all think, well, of course a rights holder is going to understand this. That's part of the process as a professional. Well, a lot of them have been working on one book for 20 years, and they've never done this before, and they don't know how to do it. So that's what I'm developing right now for both VOHeroes and for the ACX Masterclass. And we're going to be giving this template to the students to be able to peel off a copy and send it to a potential production partner, a potential rights holder who will do it. Now, so what do you do that you could provide education to your potential customers that not only helps them understand how you work, but in addition makes it easy for them to decide to hire you because they know what to expect. They get that you understand what their concerns are, what their fears are. Is this person that I'm hiring as a talent going to take care of me? Is this person that I'm hiring as a producer going to do a good job? Do they understand what they're doing? What tools do they use? Now, this doesn't mean sharing with them the gear that you have. You can if you want to, but it really doesn't matter. What you want to share with them is that you know what you're doing and that you understand that they might be concerned about what they should be doing in this process. So giving someone a real quick start user manual guide to how you work helps set expectations. It also helps settle things that may be a negotiation or a question, a point of contention, even maybe like rates and late fees and what you charge for versus what you don't charge for. So, a real quick one-page item that you can put on your website or that you can send to somebody as they're about to make their decision how I work with my clients or how to best work with me or world-class practices. This is what I do, this is how I do it. Think about creating something that helps your clients understand how to work with you. Does that make sense? I'd love to see some examples too, if you have them. Put them in the comments below this video because I love seeing examples of what people do. I always learn from checking things out on their websites or in PDFs. If you like what you're hearing today, feel free to forward this to another actor who might benefit from it, another voice talent. Hit the like button if you like. You can subscribe to the channel. There's a notification bell that you can click to make sure you get notified when we have new episodes that come out. I'm David H. Lawrence the 17th. I thank you so much for watching and for listening, and I will see you in the next episode of the VOHeroes podcast.